What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are back in the shop today after a long hiatus, and today we're going to do a quick video on how to terminate a Cat6 cable, otherwise known as an Ethernet cable. It's basically 8 conductors inside of this, and this is what you use for standard internet or other kinds of communication. This video kind of came up after we just did a bunch of basically backnet devices over IP, and this is the communication cable for it. So I had to terminate about 100 of these over the last 2 or 3 days, and I've kind of developed a good rhythm for it. I don't really normally install stuff, but this has been super handy. So basically you need 3 tools. You really only need 2, but 3 to make it really quick and easy. So you want a pair of shears, some kind of control screwdriver, 3mm size, and a crimper end. You're gonna have to use these easy pass-through jacks. So these have open holes on the end here, if you can see them, and the cables will just pass straight through, and you end up crimping down and crushing it. So what you want to do, you want to score the wire just by going around, and you can see just a light score mark there. That will then, if you just bend it over, it'll snap it off. You bend it back the other way, pull and twist, and that leaves you with the twisted conductors, a pull cord. So this would be used if you were going to pull down, and that would help rip the jacket even further. And then there's also this divider inside there. A lot of people will tell you to cut these individually so that you can get it nice and low, but I find if you kind of crank it over to the side along with the pull cord, you can just snip the 2 off in one good pass. So now that that's done, what I like to do, the goal here is to separate all of these. So there's 8 individual conductors instead of 4 twisted pairs. So what I do is I grab the end, kind of counterclockwise twist it, and what you're doing is making a small gap down here at the bottom. So that one's good, and then I'll just kind of flip this over, and I'll just keep doing that with all of these. So you'll see that it kind of puts a small gap down at the bottom. And in a second here, you'll see why I'm doing that. So now all 4 have a gap. I put this small control size screwdriver in here and just pull apart. That separates them super easily, and you don't have to untwist them one by hand. Again, same thing. Again, same thing. And you go to your last one, same thing. Now what you want to do, and I found this is the easiest way to do this, is to take your flat screwdriver or your shank of your screwdriver and just straighten these wires out. And I like to do it by pairs, makes it a little easier. You could do all of them at the same time. I've also done that before, but you just do them all. You're just basically running your thumb along this to help it straighten out. Now that these are all straightened out, you get these kind of weird hooks on the end. What I like to do is just trim those off. It makes it a little easier to keep these all straight and organized. And now what we're going to do is, most things are going to get wired in the B pinout. So that's B format. So from 1 to 8 is white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, green, white, brown, brown. So each of these will have color. Super simple. Like this is orange, and then orange and white. You can kind of see that, and you kind of get the idea. Each one will be like that. I like to go left to right. So basically what I will do is go left to right. So you got your white, orange, orange, white, green. I like to try to keep these straight as I'm going, because you got to try to keep them all in a pair. Blue, white, blue, green, sorry about the focus, white, brown, brown. And once you get them all in a good pair, you kind of grab a hold of both sides and just shake them out so they're straight. And then we just kind of verify that we got them in the right order. White, orange, orange. This will take a while to get the hang of, but once you've done a good 100 of them, you'll have a good flow to it. So then I trim off the ends so they're all nice and flat. And now, if you see the orientation, you have one on the right when the pin is down and facing you. So what I do is I go the other way. So you always put the tab facing away from you if you have it from 1 to 8 left to right. And then you just push these in, slide through. We're going to double check our work because not everybody's perfect. Goes white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, green, white, brown, brown. And then what's really important here is you want to kind of squeeze here, make sure that this insulated jacket part gets inside of the crimp end. And then I even push that a step further. You want it to be pretty pushed up inside there. Once it looks pretty good, trim off the ends. This is super simple. This basically just has a knife, cutting knife, razor knife right there, and this just squeezes onto it. So slide this through and cut that off. One single crimp. Make sure you keep that knife sharp, and you will get a perfectly crimped end. So you could stick that in and connect it. Let's just go through one more time. Nice and quick. I'm kind of straddling the camera, so it's a little awkward. I apologize. But you score that wire, make your cut, get rid of that extra stuff you don't need. Kind of twist these a little bit. Just to make enough gap to slide your screwdriver into. And you just kind of straighten them all out. See, that got a little goofy there, but then you just kind of pull to straighten out. So you can see here I'm grabbing a few at a time. That's okay. Whatever gets the wires kind of straight so they're easy to organize. Lop off the ends. So you got a couple good straight wires here. I'm going to come around the side here just so I can see a little better. Always start with the white orange for the B pin out. This is super common. I could see where you might need A just depending on the facility you're doing this, but you know, it doesn't really matter as long as everything's the same that needs to be communicating. But this wire's all twisted over there, so it's trying to turn around on me. So we got white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. It's a little janked up down there. It's okay, we'll just trim it like that. So we see white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, green, white, brown, brown. Grab another push through end, make sure the pin's facing away. That will keep us 1 to 8 from left to right. And sometimes they don't slide in perfectly, so you just got to make sure that they did go in right. But here we are, we'll verify it. White, orange, orange, white, green, blue, green, white, brown, brown. Get that nice and secure in there. Trim off the extra just to help it get through the crimper. Slide this in. There's all different styles of these crimpers, but I like these Schneider Electric ones. So here's something that'll happen sometimes. See that one wire kind of turned around in there. You want to pull back out and just straighten everything out. Make sure that that gets a nice clean cut on there. So there we go. You can see it's all kind of mangled in there, but that's all right. Crimp, and you have a good end. So don't be afraid to do this at your own house if you want to wire up a bunch of, you know, cables to help your Xbox stream a little faster or whatever. It's all super handy and it's super easy. You could use regular kitchen scissors probably. Just you'll need one of these crimp tools. It's kind of essential. And then always get the pass-through jacks. I don't know if they even sell the regular ones anymore, but the pass-throughs are super easy and quick. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully it was helpful. If it was, consider subscribing to the channel. Try to get more consistent with videos coming up here pretty soon. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment. See you guys in the next one.